Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be diving into some of the habits that might be quietly draining your bank account, keeping you broke and away from achieving financial stability and even financial freedom. I am not here to tell you that you need to give up everything you love, but everything in moderation and smart choices will make your bank account happy and you as well. Let's get into some of the practical ways that you can stop wasting money and start saving a little bit more. Let's start with a common one, alcohol. You don't need to completely quit drinking unless that is something that you really want to do or you feel that it's necessary for you. But consider this. I spend about $26 in a case of beer every time I buy one. I don't drink a lot, so it lasts me about 2 to 3 weeks every time I buy one. But if you were to do that every week, it's about $104 a month. And there is a lot you could be doing with that money, not including the health benefits from not drinking so much. Right? My next one is going to be smoking. I know what you're saying. He's gonna tell me to quit smoking. I am not. All I'm trying to tell you is that because of your health, it is imperative that you at the very least slow down smoking. I am not a big proponent of vaping, but if you are trying to actually quit smoking, I would rather you be happier in your journey to quit smoking than be miserable all day because you cannot have a smoke. While this is not a perfect solution, vaping allows you to slow down on your nicotine intake. One of the things that I'm going to tell you that I hope somebody in your life actually told you is that if you're dealing with customers or actually just anybody in general and you smell like a cigarette, nobody wants to be next to you. Plus, when you work with people, smelling like cigarettes is not a very good first impression. You know what happens when cigarettes smell old? You smell like an ashtray. It is that simple. Before we go anywhere, I want to tell you that I'm changing the name of my channel to Ramon Di Mundi. One of the reasons why I'm changing this channel is to make sure that I'm able to cover all the topics that I want to cover. If I want to talk about finances, I'm going to talk about finances. If I want to talk about building a house, I want to talk about building a house, with the same theme of trying to get people out of poverty. And I hope you're finding use on the topics that we're talking about. All right, back to the video. Learning to say no to friends is one of the most powerful ways that you can actually save money. If you are invited anywhere to have drinks or to have dinner, it can get expensive very quickly. And I want to tell you something. If you tell a friend that you cannot go out because you are trying to save some money and that friend for some reason or another gets upset, you should look for another friend. An alternative to going out, I say invite friends over to your house, have them invite you over to their house, have dinner together, cook together, drink together. That will not only save you money, but will save them money, and of course you spend quality time with them. Instead of buying new clothes, try going through your closet. See what you haven't worn in a while. You have no idea the amount of outfits that you can actually put together with things that are already in your closet. Another big one for me is cleaning and repairing your shoes. Every time a pair of shoes get broken a little bit, I see everybody trying to go buy a new pair of shoes. It takes very little to buy contact cement and apply it to your shoe. After that is done, you can clean it up. I am gonna put a link in the description below for one of the ones that I found in Amazon. Yes, I'm probably gonna get some benefit from this, but I wanna be clear about this. I'm probably gonna get a couple of cents from whatever you buy from Amazon. That is not gonna make me rich, that is not gonna make you poor. This is actually going to encourage you to get the shoe that you really like that is already molded to your feet in a good working condition. Another big one is bringing lunch to work. I do this almost every day, and I have very cheap lunch where I work, meaning like I can probably pay $4 or $5 for a meal, and it is a meal that is going to sustain me. It's not about fancy food, it's about getting fed. It might seem convenient to grab a bite from a cafe or fast food restaurant near your office or wherever you work, but eating out every day can silently eat away at your bank account. Let me explain. If I pay, let's say $10 for a meal, and I do this every single day, every time I buy food, I'm gonna pay $10. every week, that is going to be at least $50. Those $50 add up to $200 a month. I do not know about you. The last time I spent money outside, it was more than $10. If you go up to $250 to $300 a month eating outside, that could possibly be, if not the entire bill for your groceries at home, probably 3/4 of the way there. So think about this. It may take you a little bit more effort, but at the very least, you're not spending as much money. And you can keep that money for yourself and for your family. If all you're trying to do is get out of where you work and you spend a little bit of time outside, take your lunch with you, read a book, listen to the news, something, right? Something productive. And don't forget, bringing lunch to work gives you more control over your time instead of waiting in line, rushing to finish a meal, or just to take it as a relaxation moment. Instead of going out, go outside, eat outside, read a book, something like that. I will leave you a list of my digital library that I have been accumulating with Audible. I'll put the link in the description as well. So please check that out. There is a bunch of topics in there, from nonfiction to fiction to biographies, and I hope that you enjoy those books as well. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. All right. Paying your debts, I think it has to be one of the most important things that I have done for myself in terms of saving money. The reason why I say that is because if I am putting money into a savings account, even an account that I'm investing in, if I do not get enough returns, it does not matter how much money I put in if I have debts that are actually eating away of those interests. Let me give you a quick example. If you have a credit card that is right now, you're paying 20 to 30%, and you are saving money, and that money that you're saving does not give you at least 20 to 30%, you're throwing all that money away. Instead, try to pay all your debts. Once that money is free, then you can actually pay the money that you were paying plus the interest that you would have been paying on that credit card. Hopefully that helps, because it has helped me. I want to go back to this real quick. Eating out can be incredibly expensive, but cooking at home can save you tons of money. Let me give you an example. My family and I made a seafood boil at home not too long ago. We spent probably about $80 and we fed 6 people with it. Everybody was really happy. I had a great cup of coffee after that. And one thing that is incredibly comfortable of doing it at home, you can eat in your sofa, you can eat on the floor, and you can eat in your pajamas, which is amazing to do. By the way, if we would have gone to a restaurant to actually eat that food, we would probably be paying around $40 to $50 per plate per person. So think about how much money we saved and how much money we could put into something else rather than just eating outside. So whenever you have a little bit of money extra, you have to go to Vegas if you can. So if you cannot go to Vegas, this is what you're missing. All that behind me. All that behind me. And of course, drinking on the streets. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. My final point is to use everything in your refrigerator. Think about this. How many times have you thrown out spoiled food because we do not use it in time? Use everything you have before you go buy more. Again, it is really hard to do, but you have to keep inventory of things that you have. If you actually have to empty out your refrigerator, take one evening, one day out of the week. Take everything out of the refrigerator, see what you have in there, so that way whenever you go shopping, you don't have to buy as much because you have food already available to you. If you do not know what to cook with the things you have in your refrigerator, you can ask your phone assistant, which I am not going to say the name, or you can just use Pinterest for food inspiration. Trust me, everyone's cooking with the same ingredients. We just do it differently. If you take anything from this video, please take this. Saving money does not mean that you are going to give up on things that you love, okay? It just means that you're going to be spending money on useful things for you, okay? Small changes pay up over time. If you like this kind of tips, don't forget to like, subscribe for more ways to make your money work for you. I'll see you in the next video.